it's Ash from Elevate My Faith, and today I'm just going to be talking about how God really changed my heart about having children once I got married. So let's just get right into it. So the change happened really fast because even just like a year ago when I got engaged and everything, I was like thinking I'm not gonna have kids for a couple years. Like I want to travel, do my own thing for a while, and now it's gotten to the point I am honestly gonna be preparing to have a kid by next year or trying to have a kid. So which is kind of crazy to old me because I was the type like I'm gonna wait like 4 years before I even try having a kid or even if I want to have a kid. Because I really started the whole like having a kid thing off on a selfish note because I honestly just wanted to have time for me and to travel, and I honestly have made traveling kind of like an idol in my life a little bit. So I did find a good compromise of like, traveling for a full year. Like this will be my first full year of marriage with Jake, and we're just going to travel a lot this year and stuff, but then we're going to actually try to have a kid. As before, I was thinking we're going to be traveling for the next 4 years, then we'll think about having a kid. Then it slowly changed, okay, let's travel for the next 2 years, then we'll have a kid. And now it changed to, all right, let's just travel this whole full year and then we'll try to have a kid. So it's just crazy to see how the transition happened slowly before me. Well, I guess it was fast too in a way, because like I said, even a year ago, I just had this mind frame of no kids for a while. So it really started to change for me, especially when I started going to my new church I'm at right now, because Pastor Frank is just so set on like building your family, your legacy, and it's just such an important part of your life. So that really was starting to work at me, and just seeing all the young families there. There's a lot of young married couples there with babies, and it really just started to rub on me. And then I even saw a baby dedication, which was so cute and just made me excited, ready for mine. So then I really started thinking about, okay, how can I make this work? How can I start having a kid soon? And me and Jake were talking about trying to do daycare. But I didn't really want to do that, but I thought, I kind of have to stay at my job. Like, I don't know how we're going to afford to, me to not be working. But then my dad is an auditor and an accountant and knows all his math and numbers. So he looked at Jake's health plan and said, honestly, it'd be cheaper for you to stay home and be on his health plan than for you to both work and then pay for daycare. So then once he told me that, I was like, okay, now there's really no obstacles from me, like stopping me from having a kid. So that really helps too. Because like, no hate on working moms, you do you, that's totally fine, but I really just want to stay at home with my child the first 2 years of life before they, go to school and that. So I mean, I'll still have to work remote. I'm going to try to do that just to keep the money coming in, because Jake doesn't make the most money for us to be living on one income, and of course the world makes it very hard now to be like back how it was in the 50s and 60s, where the wife could stay home, take care of the kids, and the dad just worked. It's just not like that anymore, unfortunately. So I think I found a really good happy medium with that, like where I could still be like kind of a stay-at-home mom, but we're still making it work money-wise and that. And then what also really changed on my heart though too was like the money and the retirement and all these issues I was thinking about before. Like I used to be like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna have money for this or that? Or oh my gosh, like we're not gonna have enough for retirement if I quit my job because I have a good pension and all that. But then like that's just another part I saw really change in my heart about God, is just like leaving it all in his hands and not for me to try to figure out all the time myself. And that's just been so freeing to just really let that go for God, to God, give it to God, and just focus on trying to have my kids soon, because that's like just what I really care about right now. And it's just crazy how that changed from like I want to travel, do my own thing, gotta worry about my money and issues and all that, and now it's just like, nope, I'm going to be quitting my job eventually, and I'm just going to start trying to have a child, and that's that. Like, it's just so nice to be, like, have it be so simple like that, and just not worry about all the little things and just give it to God. So I think it's so freeing. Like old me would have been freaking out saying, how can you think like that? How can you just let that go and not have any plans? But once you really just, like, rely on God, it's just so freeing. So, like, it just kind of clicked and happened for me. Hopefully it will happen to you if you're in the boat I was before, just trying to do everything yourself. But once you give that to God, it is so freeing. So I'm trying my best to make this video cohesive, not all over the place. So I guess just in summary, like I said, I went from like wanting to just travel and do my own thing and worry about myself to like now I actually really want to like dedicate myself to the Lord and hopefully get a child from him, because children are a gift from God, and I just can't wait. And it's even to the point I actually want to have 2 kids, because before it was like, we'll be lucky even have 1 kid. We'll just do 1 if I really want to have a kid. And now it's like, I really want 2 kids. So it's just crazy how that like transitioned so fast from last year till now. So yeah, it's just like God really can work on your heart and just point you in the right direction. And So yeah, I definitely would recommend letting God work in your life, because it's just crazy what he'll change on your heart and mind on what to do for your life, and lead you down the right path to please him, because it's not about what makes you happy, it's what about glorifies God. So yeah, it is just really freeing once you give up all your like selfish ways, and like you paying more attention to the world than like, glorifying God and focusing on his kingdom. So yeah, I just definitely recommend continue to grow a relationship with God, because I think that's what really helped me change my mind, and also just get into the right church community. I went from a church that was more focused on old people, so I didn't feel as connected, to now a church with tons of young married couples that are going to be such great mentors when I would have a kid of my own eventually. So yeah, I think just finding the right church community, and just, of course, developing that relationship with God will really help work in your life and just set you on the right path that he has for you. So yeah, thank you so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you guys in our video. Bye! Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that